Well, howdy, folks. It's Buckner, and it's just so good to be here. Yes, I am freaked out, I will admit, from being away from my bunker, but it warms my soul to be able to communicate with you out there. And I've learned so much in my life, and I feel like I have a great deal to teach. And I realized that in my interview with Dr. Van Stan Gundy. And I know him on a first name basis. I mean, Stan is what I call him, and we have just so much to talk about. And so he's a cryptologist, and I hate to talk too much shop talk. Cryptologist is just another name for one who studies cryptic creatures, Bigfoot, for example. And Dr. Stan Van Gundy is, well, let's move on with the 9 rules of blank. And we're on the second rule. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, we did the first. No, we did the 0th and the first. So technically, on the second, it's kind of like the third. And in many ways, and just to continue with the waffle was so tasty. And think about it, folks. You just can't have one waffle. You're going to have 2 waffles. And I've experimented on this extensively. I tried to eat just one, and it was so tasty, and it was beautiful. It was crispy on the outside and lightly browned on the inside, and I tried to have just one, but there was extra batter, and quite frankly, I was the last one there, and it looked like they were going to throw the batter out, and that would have been terrible. So I took it upon myself to use up the batter, and I made many waffle, and it's an art form, and I quickly became a pro, and then it became an issue of storage. So that really takes us to the third rule, is you're going to need storage room, and it's important to be able to store things, like the pack rat. Somebody asked me once, Buck, what are 3 animals that you resemble? No, they didn't say that. They just said, Buck, pick 3 animals. And I said, pack rat, bunny, and Bigfoot. Why? And they said, well, Buck, the first animal is who other people think you are. And the second is who you think you are. And the third is who you aspire to be. And I was just stunned, of course. I mean, how philosophical. And think about it. I think we're on the third rule. There are 3 animals. And yes, the pack rat understands the importance of storage. And that made so much sense to me. The bunny, not so much. And I don't even know why I said bunny. I mean, a bunny can be sometimes quite alarming. Or if you're out and the lighting is at an angle, a bunny can look quite intimidating. And I've been fooled by bunnies that way. So I don't know why I said bunny, and that part of it made no sense at all. But finally, the Bigfoot. Yes, I aspire to find a Bigfoot, and I've seen much evidence. And we know about the 1090 rule. If just 10% of the sightings are correct, then there's many Bigfoot, and that means Bigfoot exists. And we know it's much more than 10%. So why don't we take a campfire break? I feel like we've covered a great deal here, and don't overwhelm you. And we'll be right back after this campfire break.